I heard it through the thin wall, my father's voice, low, decisive. Your sister? She's not getting a single thing. Not the house, not the savings, nothing. My sister giggled. Good, she doesn't deserve it. And then, my mother's voice, warm, complicit. Exactly. It's for us. She should be grateful we even raised her. I froze in the hallway. The weight of their betrayal pressed down harder than any blow. They weren't just cutting me out, they were erasing me. I stepped back quietly, heart steady. No tears, no outburst, just silence. Because I already knew what I was about to do. Growing up, I believed loyalty meant sacrifice. I wore hand-me-downs while my sister got new clothes. I gave up weekends to care for my grandmother so my parents could travel. I paid bills when money was tight. They said, "One day you'll be rewarded." I believed them. Even when my father looked at me like I was a burden. Even when my mother's praise went only to my sister, I told myself patience would pay off. That family meant fairness. But in that moment, hearing their laughter about my absence in their future, I realized the truth. I was never family. I was a placeholder. I didn't confront them. Confrontation would have been emotional, and emotions cloud judgment. Instead, I walked into my room, closed the door, turned on my laptop. My name was on the accounts. I had been the one paying utilities, managing taxes, setting up automatic transfers, because they were too busy. Too entitled, really. They thought I was doing chores. They didn't realize I was studying every password, every pattern, every detail. That night, while they slept soundly, I logged in, one account at a time. Savings, investments, even the rainy day fund hidden under my father's business expenses. I moved everything, not recklessly, strategically, into a trust, my trust, locked, legal, untouchable. I wasn't stealing, I was securing. And when the last transfer confirmed, I shut my laptop with a calm that surprised even me. The next morning, they acted normal. My father grumbled about the newspaper. My mother sipped her coffee with that smug, quiet smile. My sister scrolled her phone, smirking like she had already won something. I said nothing, just observed. Days passed. They carried on as if their secret conversation had never happened. But then the first bill bounced. The autopay for the mortgage failed. The credit card declined at dinner. Confusion turned to panic. I watched my father slam his fist against the table, veins bulging in his neck. I watched my mother whisper furiously, her voice trembling now instead of smug. My sister cried when her tuition payment didn't clear. They were unraveling, and I hadn't even made my move yet. It came a week later. I walked in as my father was on the phone, shouting at the bank. My mother was pacing, hair disheveled. My sister looked pale. They all turned when they saw me. My father's eyes narrowed. "You know something." I didn't flinch. "I know everything." My mother's voice cracked. "What did you do?" I stepped closer, calm, deliberate. "I did what you always taught me. Plan ahead. Secure the future." They stared. "You said I wasn't getting a single thing," I continued, "so I took nothing. Nothing that was yours." Silence. Only the sound of my sister's shaky breath. Then, the twist of the knife. Every cent I moved was money I earned, money I saved, bills I paid, investments I managed. Your signatures were there, yes, but the work? That was mine. Their faces drained of color, because they knew it was true. The confrontation wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. My father tried to roar about betrayal, but his voice cracked. My mother whispered accusations, but her eyes wouldn't meet mine. My sister just sobbed, realizing the safety net she relied on had been cut. I let them speak, let their fury crash against the wall of my silence. Then I said, quietly, "You erased me. I just returned the favor." And then I walked out. Now I live without the weight of their expectations. My home is mine. My future is secure. They can't touch it. Do they blame me? Absolutely. Do they call me ungrateful? Every chance they get. But here's the truth they'll never admit. I was the one who held them together. I paid the bills. I kept the lights on. I carried the burden they took for granted. Without me, their empire collapsed into dust. And as I sit here, signing papers for another property, papers they'll never see, I finally feel free. Because revenge isn't about screaming in someone's face, it's about silence, precision, control. It's about watching the people who dismissed you realize, too late, that the thing they underestimated was the only thing keeping them alive.